Hi, it's the morning before my interview and I am just about to head out. I'm going to drop off my key at a friend's house because he is going to need to stop by and walk Riley. This position is for BattleNet, Accounts and Commerce, and it's a Java position. And I have to drive up north for an hour and 15 without traffic, but I'm accounting for traffic, so I'm leaving like 2.5 hours beforehand just to be safe. It's an all-day interview, and then by the time I get off, it's going to be rush hour, so I will probably be gone for, let's say, almost 12 hours today. I have been looking forward to this quite a bit. If I don't get the job, I'll at least get a tour of their campus, and this is something that I kind of spontaneously decided to do. I actually just spontaneously applied to them, and this is very surprising. So I am kind of hoping that I get an offer, but of course I'm trying to not have high expectations. That way, if I don't get it, I won't be disappointed too much. Yeah, so I should head out so I'm not late. Just got done eating breakfast at a diner because I arrived at my interview too early, like an hour, because I wanted to make sure traffic wouldn't fuck me and being on time. So got an omelet, had some fruit, and now I am going to head back over to their headquarters because the guard will probably let me in now. Okay, so I just pulled in past the security guard. For some reason, when I first heard that they had walls and a guard, I was thinking it would look like prison, but good to say that these are definitely appropriate for an office building. It doesn't give you that prison vibe or anything, and security guard was just asking for my ID and then just let me in. I am going to be heading over to reception very soon. I just kind of wanted to sit here and take it in. And I don't think I'm that nervous. I have been relatively calm pretty much all week leading up to this. I feel like usually for interviews, I try to just let my personality really come out. I feel like I get comfortable during an interview pretty quickly, depending on who I'm interviewing with. So if they are very easygoing people who seem to, smile and laugh pretty easy when they're conversing with you, then that makes things much more smooth and you feel less tension between you and the person. But if they are, someone who seems very serious all the time and don't have much of a sense of humor, then that is probably when it might suck a little bit, but you have to work with what you're given. Based on what the manager sounded like on the phone call, I don't think that should be an issue. He sounded like a very cool person. And okay, I'm going to head in. Okay, I'm finally done. I'm in the parking lot kind of decompressing. It's been a very long day. Basically, I was here from 10:30 until just now, which is 4:20, so roughly 6 hours, and it didn't have too much downtime. So even though we had a lunch and all of that, they were still asking questions, and pretty much the entire time you're here, you are being analyzed in a sense. Personality, technical stuff, your problem solving, all of that. I enjoyed the people that I was talking to. I did have moments during the technical interview where I didn't feel very confident. I think in terms of technicalities and being able to explain stuff well, a lot of the detail-oriented stuff when it comes to computer science, that is definitely my weak point. I also think that, I don't know if it is a good thing or not, but I am brutally honest. I don't necessarily say things in terms of being blunt when it comes to interviewing. It's more like I am very honest about who I am as a person. So when the manager was kind of just doing an overview talk through with me towards the end, asking me how the day went, I was very honest in telling him which areas I felt like I did weak in terms of when I met with people and talked with them. And then just, I feel like it is very easy to know who I am as a person because I would be open about telling them my struggles to collaborate with people on my team, depending on who they were. I know that can come off as not the greatest thing to talk about when you're interviewing for a position, but they basically said, you know, we've discussed some of the positives and negatives of working at Blizzard. These were people who were kind of giving their feedback to me. And then they asked me what were my concerns for working at Blizzard, and I just said that I feel like I have struggled in the past in terms of interacting well with my teammates. However, I've had moments in other companies where I got along really well with them and it made working with them very easy, so I knew that I was capable of collaborating well with my colleagues. I'm pretty pleased. I guess the tour that I got at the end was a little lackluster because HR originally said that they would come show me around, but it ended up not being her. Also, they moved a lot of their structures or their statues over to BlizzCon because that is next week, so I wasn't able to see that. I saw their little mini library where they had books, they had games, they had board games. I saw Banjo-Kazooie in the N64 box there. That made me really happy to see. That brought back so many memories. And their gym was a decent size. It was actually empty around the time that I went, which was 4 o'clock. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to just head straight back. I think my app says it's going to take about 2 hours, which is a lot, but I don't really think I have the energy to just hang around to skip traffic. I really want to get home. I miss Riley. I can't wait to see her. She's very cute. I want to squeeze Milo. Not a literal squeeze. I want to squeeze Milo, but I want to just see my kids again. It's been a long day and I need to relax, so it's time to head back. I am very exhausted. I finished walking Riley. That was the first thing I wanted to do once I got back because I missed her. Normally I see her in the middle of my workday and leaving her early in the morning and then not getting back till now. Sucked. I did have a friend stop by to walk her, so she did get that. She didn't stay in her crate all day, but even though it was dark out, I wanted to walk her just so I could sort of relax myself in a way, kind of like decompress during the walk, because I was sitting in traffic for 2 hours and 15 minutes, bumper to bumper for close to 40 minutes, and my ass was in quite a bit of pain. I don't enjoy long drives at all. After the 45-minute mark, I feel like I'm dying, and being in traffic when it's moving that slowly was very painful. Seeing the motorcycles passing me made me sad. I want to be one of those people. I definitely think that if I end up with a job where I have to work 9 to 5, which is prime time for rush hour, I definitely need to buy a motorcycle because there's no way I'm sitting in traffic like that. It's just not worth it. I can't. I haven't done rush hour for maybe 3 years now. My last job was 12 minutes from my condo, and that was amazing. I can't go back. I make sure I hide out when it's rush hour time so I don't have to deal with any of that. But now that I'm back, I have myself some dinner. It's basically asparagus, potatoes, ground beef, and mushrooms. Lately I've been just mixing a bunch of shit together with potatoes because I've gotten extremely lazy and I haven't cooked Asian in very long, specifically Chinese. The whole preparation of rice, cooking it, and then cleaning the pot it's in kind of sucks because the rice sticks to the side. It just feels like a whole process. Whereas I could chop potatoes raw. I used to be retarded and I would boil my potatoes and then chop them after. And I thought the whole act of waiting for my potatoes to soften took forever, but they soften pretty fast if I just chop them. So I've been doing that. But yeah, I have some Ben & Jerry's waiting for me. Half-baked is the best flavor out there for anybody that wants a recommendation. I can show you what it looks like. The best one. It has brownies, chip cookie dough, nope, sorry, just cookie dough, chocolate chip, and chocolate and vanilla ice cream. So what I used to do in the past is, since I have really good metabolism apparently, because I've been very thin my entire life, I would use that as my cheat every week. So I would just eat a whole, whatever the size it is. It's 1 pint, so yeah, I would just eat that as my cheat every week. It's like 1,100 calories or something, and that would be the only thing that I would cheat on. But eventually it started losing its appeal, and plus it's very hard not to feel guilty when you eat ice cream knowing that it's that many calories. So I kind of just get it once in a while now, but I think that one is might not last till tomorrow given the day that I've had. So yeah, just an update for you guys. I am really hoping to make a video talking about my entire experience for the interview, because I do think that it would be very useful for other people. I was really hoping to get into specific details regarding all of the questions I was asked and everything. The entire process starting from when I applied till now, but I'm not sure if there are any issues that would arise if I mentioned exact questions. I don't think so, because Glassdoor people post those questions up, and I would imagine that they would feel that they would know that they have to change up their questions over time because of more people being aware of what they would ask. So I really would like to make a video about that. I think I will, but maybe after I hear back, for the most part. So yeah, time to enjoy my dinner and then pig out on some ice cream. I'll see you guys later. Always makes me laugh. Basically, I taught her that she can't have it until I give her the release word, I guess you can say. So it's kind of funny when I push it in her face and she has to look away to avoid taking it. So cute. She's like, I don't want it. I don't want it. Wow, she cheated. Okay, good.